In our journey of rediscovering the lakes, ponds, marsh and rivers of India, we have travelled the length and breadth of this geography to be astounded by its hydrodiversity. Every time we pause to think about the next water story that we can tell you, we are flooded with suggestions about several many unique hydro habitats from some distant corner of this beautiful country. As we mark 75 glorious years of making this new India, Hydrostan brings special water stories to kickstart the celebrations. This week, through Hydrostan, we bring you the simple story of the Great Salt Lake from Chennai. This large expanse of water just outside of Chennai is an ecological paradise. The Buckingham Canal feeds and drains this salty marsh. It can be mistaken for an endorheic lake, but may not qualify so in the true sense. Tidal influence from the Kovalam estuary and the surface flow through the Buckingham Canal feeds a mix of nutrients, making this a hotbed for biodiversity. Crabs, fish, frogs, birds dominate several remote corners of this salt lake. A sweet little water body that is neither sweet nor little, the Great Salt Lake near Chennai is spread over a mammoth 5,000 acres and has an influence on an additional 2,000 acres in its flow direction. Segmented salt pans, soil patterns that resemble a painting, and a non-stop chirping from those lapwings are characteristics reserved for this Great Salt Lake of Nemili. This salty marsh is not just an ecological wonder, it is an economical asset. The nature services aside, the commercial value drawn out of this water spread touches several thousand lives in this neighborhood. A serene openness away from the urban clutter, the Great Salt Lake with her open basin takes in all the contamination that Chennai passes on through the B Canal. This anthropogenic impact has brought in irreversible damage to certain pockets of this water body. Greatness is not achieved in a day. A seasoned, adaptive approach is what turns something basic to be good and eventually the best. This holds good for the Great Salt Lake of Chennai. E.F.I celebrates India through and for her environment. Here we are celebrating our very own Great Salt Lake. A salty marsh that is home to a distinct biodiversity, a salty marsh that provides jobs and feeds families, a salty marsh that is significant flood barrier for Chennai, a salty marsh that is picturesque, a salty marsh that is aptly named the Great Salt Lake of Chennai.